Now, here's a question this morning. Ever feel like you're being watched? Would hardly be a surprise in Birmingham, because we are one of the country's CCTV hotspots. 280 cameras in the city centre of Birmingham alone. Yesterday, a team of so-called Guerrilla Geographers were scouring the streets to try and make shoppers aware of the all-seeing eye of CCTV. Are cameras helping make our lives safer, or are they actually invading our personal space? Our reporter Sarah Dolman went along to find out.
Well, that's a question being asked by three teachers here in New Street today. Daniel Raven Ellison, Nicole Lyons and Simon Renshaw are going round and seeing if people really think about the CCTV cameras that monitor our everyday lives. It's appropriate to do that. There's no camera in it. There's no camera in it. Dan, you've just accosted a lady with 3 CCTV cameras, pointed them in her face. What was her reaction like?
That's the worst reaction we've had today. She didn't like that at all. But then what's the difference?
But at the same point, isn't her reaction quite telling? That people just don't want to acknowledge the fact that these things are actually pointing in their face. And she was almost like, once we sort of said, you know, so how does it make you feel when this thing is up close? She's like, shut down, don't want to know, sorry, walk away. Well, that's probably how a lot of people feel. And that's going to have an influence on how the places you go, how you feel about those places. And that's really why we're doing what we're doing today.
Nicole, just describe what she said.
There were 2 blonde ladies who were about in their mid-40s, and the 3 of us closed in from about 5 metres off. When we got really, really close, they started to walk faster, look over their shoulders. They definitely didn't like the fact that there was a camera on them. We're all dressed in white boiler suits with very overt white old CCTV cameras. We chose to dress like that because we want to make the point that normally CCTV cameras are very concealed, and they're hidden and you can't see them and you're not aware of them.
Well, as well as these guys dressed in their white suits down here today, we've got a group of about 30 teenagers all dressed in hoodies, and they're down here to make a protest about how they think CCTV intrudes on their lives.
Yeah, because we don't really know when the cameras are on us. And then we find out that we've been caught on camera, and then it's just not right.
But if you're not doing anything wrong, why does it matter?
Well, because it's still invading our personal space, and it's like...
They make observations about us.
Yeah, they could judge us from just one day when they see us. And what we look like and what we're wearing.
And they follow us around shops with cameras and stuff because they think we're going to rob something just because we're young and just because we're dressed in hoodies. Stop filming us so much, trust us.
What's it for?
We make a film to go on YouTube and get some photos to show people, like, these CCTV cameras, like, really, really influence how we live, you know? I mean, there's CCTV now which can actually recognise people's faces when they arrive, recognise the way you walk, start talking to you as well. So as geographers, we're really fascinated in how CCTV cameras changes the way that we behave, but equally the way that commercial organisations and government behaves towards us.
Sounded a little bit serious, didn't they? There were Guerrilla Geographers with Sarah Dolman out and about in Birmingham yesterday. If you did see these mad people running around in boiler suits with these cameras attached to their head, they weren't, well, they might be slightly detached, but they weren't, you know, clinically insane. They were geography teachers.